Okay. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's mentorship meeting. So today's agenda consists of introductions, first interactions, reading, breakout rooms, and we're going to end it with reminders and questions.
So icebreakers. These are icebreakers among board members, and I'll go first. My name's Daniel Choi. I am a sophomore at Adams, and my favorite candy is Hershey's.
All right. I'm Sean. I'm also a sophomore, and my favorite candy is probably Twix. I'll pass it on to Tori.
I'm Tori. I'm a sophomore in high school, and my favorite candy is Twizzlers, and I'm passing it to Kevin.
I'm Kevin. I'm a freshman, and my favorite candy is Snickers. I think that's it, really.
Okay. Moving on then. So first, we're going to be talking about first interactions between tutors and their students. So when you guys are first meeting your students, you guys should obviously have a positive attitude, not when just meeting them for the first time, but just overall, all around every single session. No one likes a boring person. Make sure you're not completely boring. Throw in some jokes maybe. Get out of your comfort zone. Be enthusiastic when you teach. Encourage your student or students and always make sure to compliment them if they do something well. Obviously, get to know each other well. Introduce yourself, get to know your student since you guys are going to be working together for a while. Be good friends with them. Spend a lot of time just to get to know them. Clarify learning objectives and your expectations. You guys want to highlight the important aspects of your syllabus. These syllabuses should be provided by country roads for each country. And explain your expectations for student behavior, such as being on time, being respectful, participating, and etc. Give advice to students for future success. This should be done continuously. Whenever you think there's something you can tell your students that'll help them be successful in the future, make sure to tell them. This can be tied into your own experiences. You can tell them like a story where you kind of learn something from it. Take notes. This can be also done continuously. Take notes about the topics your student or students want to focus on and connecting with that, create lesson plans. Use those notes to create lesson plans for your students that'll focus on what they want to learn.
Okay, so why is reading so important? One reason is because it has been shown to improve communication skills. Reading more often can broaden a student's vocabulary and enable them to articulate concepts more accurately. It also helps them function in society. In public, being able to read road signs or warning signs is an important skill to have. And without it, simple tasks such as reaching a destination could be very difficult. Another benefit of having solid reading is that it can improve future opportunities. In the future, there will be important reports and emails that the students will have to respond to. And poor reading skills increases the time it takes to absorb and react to the given information. And this could result in lots of misinterpretations and miscommunications with other people. Finally, it helps with familiarity with idioms. Hit the hay up in the air and stab in the back are common idioms that can be found in literature. And so reading it more often can expose students to these more often.
So for elementary level reading, students need to be able to close read, annotate, and comprehend assignments and texts. So a lot of this is activity and like worksheet based. So some activities to help your students learn are like choral reading, where the tutor and the student read aloud together. Echo reading, where the students echo back what the tutor reads, mimicking their pacing and inflections. And if a tutor has multiple students, pairing high level and lower level readers together also helps developing a student's reading. And there are more examples of these in some of the resources listed in the curriculum and on the slides. So some tips for elementary level reading: you can have the student record challenging words or phrases to go over with the tutor after the reading. You can create physical gestures for challenging words to help comprehend them. You can pair challenging words with challenging language with images. And you can also host regular formative assessments, which is page 9 of the link on the slides, that include phonological processing, letter knowledge, and word and text reading. For middle level reading, students need, it's more building off of elementary level reading, where they are expected to complete more tasks with more challenging passages and assignments. Activities for middle level reading include internal reading, where students should be able to comprehend the passages while reading in their heads, and they more complete assignments and comprehension questions after reading and working silently. Q&A, where students are expected to understand the passage and be able to answer the questions with supporting details. Tips for teaching and middle level reading include, after reading, if the student does not understand the passage very well, paraphrase in the best way to help the student's understanding, and give them a guide and an intro to highlighting and annotation.
High level reading. This is probably not going to be as like touched upon, like compared to middle or elementary, but for key points for high level reading, students should be able to have accurate associations for the vocabulary of the subject, like that's part of the given passage, recall significant features or events from the passage, analyze the content for a given purpose, and extend ideas from the text logically or emotionally beyond the text. And some activities for high-level reading are have students write questions or comments regarding a text while reading, have students write one-sentence summaries of a passage, pause a reading of a passage during a strategic point and ask a comprehensive question. Multiple students, play readings. Tips for teaching. Go back and forth between writing and speaking when answering comprehension questions. College level reading. This is probably not going to touch upon this at all because it's kind of hard. But key points for college level reading. College level reading is one of the most proficient levels of reading, so it should be the last step in completely mastering the concept of English literature. Students should be able to have accurate understanding of vocabulary in the given reading, be able to understand key literary terms from the passage, symbolism, foreshadowing, irony, and other, literary devices, recall significant features or events from a passage and see if they correlate in any way, extend ideas from the text logically. Activities for college level reading. I guess like old books from 17th century, Moby Dick, Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, very difficult reads. And tips for teaching. Same as middle and high school. Just touch back on those sides.
Okay, so we're going to be going to breakout rooms today. I believe Ching already had him up. So in the breakout room, some icebreaker is just say your name, favorite food, and what you think comes first, the chicken or the egg.
Also, for all the tutors here, your country director will also be going to the room with you, and they will be checking in with you. So that's where the whole point system kind of comes in. I don't know if you guys know what that is yet, but we will be going over the point system later. So every time you join a mentorship meeting or your student gives you a 3 to 5 star feedback, you'll get like a certain amount of points, and every time you get points, you like level up as a tutor. It will be later in the presentation after we come back from breakout rooms. So just make sure that your country director keeps track and then writes down your name so we know that you came today. I'm also going to stop screen sharing right now and then resume later.
Okay, so we have just a couple of slides left. First one's reminders.
Okay, so make sure to fill out the tutor contract form if you want to be a tutor. This can be found under classwork. From there, go to important documents where you will find the tutor contract. When you finish, submit the form in Google Classroom under the assignment titled Tutor Contract. There is no due date for this assignment currently, but it should be done by the tutor's first meeting with the student. Also, do the tutor check after every session you have with your students. This is also found in the APP Google Drive under the tutors folder. Currently, this drive isn't available for tutors. So try to bookmark the link in this meeting or email one of the board members for the link if you happen to lose it. That's it.
Before they move on, I'm just gonna say something really fast. So the tutor check, we actually changed that to the mentorship meeting check-ins. So when you guys are checking in with your tutor, in the breakout rooms, that would count as your check-in. So you don't need to fill out that form.
Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the tutor rank system and the point system. So every mentorship meeting you guys go to will be 1 point. You can also get points from getting anywhere between 3 to 5-star ratings by your student. 3-star being 0.5, 4 being 1, 5 being 2. Leveling up in terms of getting into better ranks, obviously better for you. You can get more benefits and rewards. First one being bronze, which is at 10 points, then silver at 20, and gold at 30. There's like rewards and perks for each one, and they kind of just get better as you level up. So the highest one as of now is the diamond rank tutor. You get this when you hit 50 points. You get a diamond rank tutor Discord role exclusively. You get a certificate, plus whenever we do a giveaway, you get 5 entries in it. Instagram shadow and recognition, website profile, scholarships, and maybe more. So that's about it. There's no questions right now, and you guys have any questions later, here are our emails so you can ask us. And yeah, that's really it. Thanks for coming.
If you guys have any questions, also feel free to ask right now while we are all on the meeting. I'm actually going to have the mentorship team or any of the other board members here answer the questions. And I'm going to hop in a breakout room with Chloe and Korean chapter directors. And if you don't have any other questions, feel free to leave. Thank you for coming.
Oh yeah,